What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. So, they trying to throw Lil Durk all the way under the jail. Not in it, under it, and throw away the key. What am I talking about? So, breaking news from the Chicago Tribune. A newly unsealed indictment reveals authorities are connecting Chicago rapper Lil Durk to the 2022 Chicago murder of Stephon Mack, right? Now, authorities believe the shooting was in retaliation for the 2021 murder of Lil Durk's older brother, OTF DThang. So let me just give y'all a little up to date, or I guess a synopsis of everything. You can basically see what was happening through what I just said. But anyway, Lil Durk has an older brother, DThang. DThang was Durk's manager. I think he was in charge of Durk's booking, all of that. Durk really, really looked up to his older brother for real. He loved DThang. And as you should love your older brother, without question. But he referenced DThang a lot in his music. I remember when they did like a question and answer poll on Twitter some years ago. This when DThang was still alive. And they asked, one of the fans asked him, who did he look up to growing up? And he said his older brother, DThang. You know, because Durk's father, Big Durk, because that Durk is his father's nickname, right? Big Durk spent probably 27 years in prison. So most of Durk's life, he was in jail for real. You know, from the time I think Durk was like 9 months. So DThang, the older brother, was who Durk looked up to. I remember Durk talking about DThang keeping him on the music, keeping him focused on the music, trying to keep him out of the streets when Durk was getting in trouble, getting locked up, you know, in the early years of his career when he was 18, 19, 20, in the early 20s and all that, right? And so, anyway, DThang had his life taken from him in 2021. 2022, a guy named Stephon Mack had his life taken from him. People believe that this individual was responsible. He was alleged to be responsible for Lil Durk's brother's death, right? And so probably 2 weeks after Stephon Mack had his life taken, a few weeks after that, some people were arrested in connection to the death. Like they were responsible for the death. The people who were responsible for Stephon Mack's death were locked up, right? And so people were like, oh, well, that solves that case. But there were theories that, oh no, these people possibly were connected to Durk. Did Durk send this? Did Durk send people to do this and that? Because around that time that they got locked up, or around the time that they got locked up, Durk was going on a strong streak of releasing hot music, like albums, singles, features, all of that. He was going on a strong run. And in some of them songs, he would reference getting get back for DThang, getting get back for DThang and all of that. So now the feds, I believe, they're saying, hey, no, yeah, you did get back for your brother. So we're going to charge you for that murder for hire as well. Okay, so now there's two different murder for hire charges that he is facing. And at this point, Durk going to need Davis McLean, Proctor from Power. One of them, Davis McLean and Proctor from Power, them attorneys, to get him out of this situation right here. But y'all want to know the crazy thing about this? Because some people are going to say, well, why did he rap about it? That's dumb. I agree. That's foolish to do that. But I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all might think I'm tripping because Durk got a lot of money. He got a fiance. And he got, kids to take care of, etc. What's crazy to me is I don't think Durk is surprised by any of this at all. I honestly believe Durk was willing to throw everything away in order to avenge his brother's death. I really do. Now, again, this is all alleged. I'm not saying he did it. I don't, you know what I mean? But, well, I basically, when I just said that. But I believe Durk is the type of person. I believe he loved his brother that much. Real talk, from when I seen them, how they interacted, how they bonded, he would be willing to throw it all away to avenge his brother's passing. His brother's, death. I really do believe that. And it's foolish to a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because you still have life to live. You still have children to take care of. But again, when I tell y'all about street politics and gang culture perpetuates a lifestyle of retaliation. It does. Especially, I mean, all gangs, but what I do know, you know, Chicago, like, brothers be trying to respond to a lot of different things, any type of disrespect that come their way. Again, we shall know. Durk gonna have his day in court to figure all of this out. But if he did what they say he did, I do believe that he would be willing. I do believe that he was willing to take whatever consequence in order to avenge his brother's passing. Now, I know some people who have interacted with DThang, Durk's older brother, people I went to school with, you know what I mean? And they all describe DThang as a solid brother, you know what I mean? As a really, really upstanding, cool brother, for real, for real. Now, DThang allegedly had ties to the Black Disciples in Chicago for sure. He had ties to them for sure. But what people always say about DThang was a stand-up brother for real. You know what I mean? And so, I do believe Durk took that loss very, very hard. And I don't know, that I'm assuming some stuff may have came from that. Just like some stuff came from King Von's passing. An individual that Durk had a lot of love for. Does that make it right? No, right? Because at the end of the day, you have to be responsible for your own actions, and you have to be. He has a family he's responsible for. Durk got a lot of kids, and he was also taking care of his brother's children as well. Now, in the event that Durk has to do life in prison, we shall see what happens with that. I'm sure he has a lot of things set up for his children, all of that, and his brother's children, all of that too. But this is why I could never be in no gang. This is why I couldn't. Now I got family members that's gang affiliated like crazy. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to see some of them on this channel for sure. But like, it's the lifestyle does not lead to good outcomes, positive outcomes for the most part, especially when you're deeply tied in. It does not lead to positive outcomes. You're going to go to jail. You might have your life taken from you. You get tied up into a lot of different stuff. And that's why I stayed away from it being in Chicago. You feel me? I just kind of just stayed on my own square because I seen what happened to dudes that get heavily gang affiliated. You know what I mean? And what come from that. But yeah, man, I guess we'll see what happens from here. But when I saw it, I say, oh, wow. I wasn't really shocked, though. I wasn't shocked because I figured when the feds come get you, they got a lot of stuff they want to pile on you. You know, so this is something else that they're adding to the situation. I'm sure Durk is going to say, yo, I ain't got nothing to do with this. But we shall see. We shall see. Because same thing I'm sure he's saying with the other situations as well. Now I'm thinking the feds probably put the press, or the police put the press on the individuals who were involved in Stephon Mack's death. And hey, yo, who put y'all up to this? And it possibly was connected to Durk in that type of way. Like I said, we shall see. But I saw this as soon as I got on Twitter, and I said, wow, let me report on this. Because, yeah, at this point, they trying to throw everything but the kitchen sink at them. There was something else I was going to say, too, involving this whole situation. I'm trying to remember what it was, because I was just thinking of a lot when I was talking about the whole situation. But yeah, it's not surprising, to be honest with you, because I figured when they grabbed them, they're gonna try to add a lot of other stuff to it as well. And murder for hire is that's not a game. It's not nothing to be playing with. That is a heavy charges he's facing. Heavy charges he's facing for sure. We shall see again how everything plays out, but yeah, man, he gonna have to pay for some money for some big time representation. Big time representation at this point. But yeah, man, I do believe he was willing to do time for this stuff, because I definitely saw him loving them individuals that had their life taken. He loved DThang, his brother, for sure. Loved King Von too, despite them not knowing each other for all their life. But for the time they knew each other, they were bonded.